Shalom and welcome to Branch of Israel. This is Rabbi Roger coming to you from God's beautiful country, Israel. Today I want to talk on a topic that is near and dear to mine and my wife's heart. So I'm devoting today's program to all the animal lovers out there. More importantly, I want to answer why I believe we will see our pets in heaven. But before I do, let me preface it with this. I read a few different websites just to see what the various opinions are, and I have to admit that some of the information to me was very sad, whereas others gave it their best shot. I remember one site gave the impression that animals do not have feelings. Therefore, they do not have a soul. To me, it was very obvious this person has never owned a pet before. We are born with a body, soul, and spirit. The Bible tells us we are born into sin and the spirit is not of God. This is what I believe influences our soul. When an animal is born, it has a body, but what about a soul and possibly a spirit? In Genesis 2:7, God breathed into man and he became a living being. In verse 19, the animals are called a living creature. Then immediately after that, in verse 21, Eve is formed and not described with any of those things, nor did God breathe into her. The rabbis believe that if the Bible tells you something once, it is therefore inferred the next time some of the details are dropped. Also, the words living being and living creature are identical in the Hebrew, and both could be translated as a living soul. So is it very possible that God breathed into the animals and Eve? Absolutely, or they both would have been dead as the dirt they were made from. If I could stop here, that would be enough for me. But now, we need to look at what does a soul consist of. The Hebrew word is nefesh, which comes from the root meaning to breathe in and out, take a breath, or refresh oneself, and used only as a verb. The word nefesh means soul, but as you will see, it has many attributes and is used only as a noun. The soul encompasses more than just a living, breathing person. It is also a person's feelings, desires, inclinations, life, will, and disposition, where life is in the blood and breath. Does an animal possess all of these? Yes. So it seems the main reason people say an animal will not go to heaven is the fact that the Bible never mentions it. Well, first of all, the Bible was not written for them, but for us, and is to be used as a guide for our life, not theirs. I can see it now, a pet owner talking to their dog. Now, Spot, in order to receive Jesus, you must pray this prayer with me, or you will not go to heaven. And yes, I've seen the videos where people have dogs that pray before eating. So in close, if animals do not exist in heaven, then why is Jesus seen on a white horse in heaven? And why does John see Jesus as a lamb in the book of Revelation? What about the four living creatures? For more teachings and information, visit branchofisrael.com. That's branchofisrael.com. Again, this is Rabbi Roger coming to you from Israel, and thank you so much for listening. Lahithanot, goodbye, or see you again.